I'm Luann, but everyone calls me Trip. I'm not really sure why I was given that nickname. Woo! Do you like to explore? I sure do. I get out into God's world every chance I get. I've seen oceans and deserts and even quicksand. Like right now. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll escape. I'm glad you're here because my Walking with Jesus handbook says that we don't have to go through hard things alone. This book is great. There may not be anything about quicksand, but there is stuff in here about Jesus and the people he met while he was doing God's work. Jesus told people about the good news of God's kingdom being very close. It's time. Stop sinning and believe the good news, he said. God is in charge and he's fixing all the broken parts of the world. Everything that Jesus did was showing that God's kingdom was coming soon. He helped people and he even healed some of them. One sec. Yeah, I think I have time for a quick story about healing. One day, Jesus was teaching in the house of Capernaum. He was pretty well known here, so the house was full of people. Like, there wasn't even a place to stand outside and listen. That wasn't going to stop these 4 guys who had to get their friend in to see Jesus. They had to carry him because he couldn't walk. The house was made in a way that made it easy to get onto the roof, which was made of branches and leaves and mud. It was strong enough to walk on, but soft enough to dig through. Way sturdier than quicksand. I can't dig my way out of quicksand, but these 4 friends were able to dig through the roof. They made a hole big enough for their friend to be lowered into the house on a mat. Jesus saw the man, and he also saw 4 friends who had faith that Jesus could heal their friend. Jesus told the man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." What a huge gift! Jesus was letting the man know that God was forgiving him for everything wrong he had ever done. One sec. I better speed it up. So the guy on the mat and his friends were probably super pumped about his forgiveness. But there were some people who weren't pumped. These men knew that only God can forgive sins, but they didn't understand that Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus told them, he has power to forgive sins. He turned to the man and said, "Get up, take your mat, and go home." And that's exactly what the man did. It was a miracle. Everyone in the house started praising God. Wouldn't you? What an amazing example of God's kingdom being close. Jesus did that because Jesus forgives and heals. This story also reminds me of something. After last time in quicksand, I started carrying a grappling hook. All I have to do is toss it over a branch and hoist myself up. Got it? See you next time.